So, Melissa, to wrap things up, can you describe an example of a communications piece developed by a team?
Yes. So every day at work, me and the 3 team leaders or the managers that I oversee, we actually have to compose schedules for 4 separate teams, one being my own and then their respective 3. And then we also have to compose a transportation schedule. So that takes a lot of collaborating each morning because sometimes staff call out, sometimes we have to borrow staff, we have trips that are planned and something gets canceled. There's so many last minute changes that happen, and a lot of communication has to happen in order for us to execute the day in a way that's safe and gets the individuals out in the community. So I provided an example of, I blocked out names for HIPAA purposes of the individuals, but the names that you see on here are of the staff only. So this is a 5-page packet of, first is transportation schedule, and we have to borrow staff. Each of the staff's names that are on here are on each of the teams, each of the 4 teams that I've described. And this is an example, blocked out names for HIPAA purposes, of just how complex this schedule looks. The staff have become accustomed to reading this, what looks very crazy and hectic, but it's still a problem that we deal with every day. Sometimes staff won't read the schedule. Sometimes there's too many things on a piece of paper and it's too much to read and things fall through the cracks. So I feel like we do need to improve upon the schedule that we currently utilize. But everything is on here, from lunch coverages for the individuals, lunch coverages for the staff, what community trips are going out, if there's a medical appointment, whose meds to take out, what staff are off, what staff called out, what trainings are occurring throughout the day. There's just so much that goes on throughout a program day that somebody who doesn't work in the field might not be aware of. We have a start and a finish. Our start is at 8:45 a.m. the program starts, and then 4:15 it's done. So everything has to happen each day, and we have to make do. So so this is just an example of every single day of what we do, and it's a lot. But if you have effective communication and you're transparent, you're clear, you're direct about what your expectations are, I thankfully have a very good team that I work with that we can get this done every day. But it's a learning process. This was not always so copacetic. So
I think it's great, too, that you, I know for me, I'll see the schedule and I'll read it. But then you usually just call me and say, I just want to read the schedule with you. And you tell me in person or over the phone kind of the important aspects, because it is a lot there's little details. And so it's kind of like you almost really cover your bases by you type it all out, you put things in bold, you put arrows, and then you still follow through with verbally telling me, which I really appreciate. And it's just an effective form of communication.
It's that speaking aspect that I was referring to earlier.
Absolutely.
That you can put anything on a piece of paper, but if you don't, you're not hearing my intonations of how important something is. And you're not maybe seeing my facial expressions if I'm talking to you, and those you can't capture on a piece of paper, and that's why I do that follow-up call, and that's why I feel it's so essential.
It is. So, well, thank you so much. You gave a lot of information about basically all the different forms of communication that you use on a daily basis and why you use them, and you were very informative, and I appreciate the way you communicate, and I feel like you do have effective communication strategies. So, and I also feel like I've learned a lot from the class so far, as clearly you have too, so we're appreciative of that. We look forward to learning more.
Happy to help.
Bye.